Have you ever felt like you want to be a better connector, a better communicator, a better listener? By the end of this video, you will have my foolproof formula to know exactly what to say, to help you in your communications, to feel confident in your communication techniques, and even speak their love language. Each month, I'll bring you a series of topics to help you keep winning. So for the best coaching tips and tricks, the real life stuff, including relationships, subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell to be notified every Thursday when I post a video. I've coached and mentored since 2010, and one thing that I have learned is that we all want to feel connected and confident in our communications. I've seen for years how this inspires and it drives our actions and our behaviors. I've presented on this very topic, and I'm excited to share some simple tips with you today. Stay with me to the end because I'm going to share with you how to access a resource that I've created for you to help your communications, to help you be confident in your communications with others and just really up-level those. But first, do you know how to speak their love language? Do you know their love language? Maybe do you find it hard to speak their love language? Sometimes if your love language is different from theirs, there's sometimes this disconnect. Is it physical touch? And maybe, is it like words of affirmation and you feel like that's just so sticky? Is it gifts? And you're like, I'm not into spending a bunch of money and doing gifts. I'm going to share with you today simple steps that you can literally hit on every love language in one day. And regardless of your significant other or your intimate relationship or even the kids in your life, their love language, I'm going to share with you how to touch on every love language in one day. Grab a pen. Here we go. Are you ready? Okay, you got your pen? Here you go. Write this down. These are the steps that you're going to do every day. Number 1, I love you every single day. Just say it. I love you. Easy, right? Number 2, a 5-second kiss. It's got to be 5 seconds. You're not obviously smooching your kids that long, but 5-second kiss. 10 seconds of expressed appreciation. Number 4, a 15-minute honeydew action. Spend 15 minutes somehow in your day doing something for your spouse that your spouse will appreciate. I mean, that's as easy as running and grabbing them a sandwich or like folding their laundry. There's a lot of ways that you can tie this in. Okay, so this is no more than 45 minutes tops every day, but some of this can be incorporated together. So a 20-second hug. That's a lot longer than we normally hug. Interestingly enough, have you ever noticed in an embrace, in a hug, there's usually a tap on the back. There's a tap, which actually, interestingly enough, is a tap out. So the first one to tap, the hug is usually broken after the tap. Now you'll notice a 25-second written expression of appreciation. So, that can be on paper, that can be a note on the counter left in the morning, it can be a note in a lunch, it can be a text message, something, 25-second written expression of appreciation. And the last one, now hold with me here, it doesn't have to be all at one time, 30 minutes of talk time. 30 minutes of talk time. So I know that could be like, oh my heck, I have to sit down and for 30 minutes and just rattle out. It could be in the car. It can be 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Usually good chunks, a little more, not 5, like little more chunks of time so you can actually have a conversation, but 30 minutes of talk time a day. So let me just recap those for you. I love you. 5-second kiss. 10-second expression of appreciation. 15-minute honeydew action item, right? 20-second hug. 25-second written appreciation, and 30 minutes of talk time. Those 7 things, if you do that every single day, you will touch on every love language. You got to remember that love language is like filling a bank account. You're making a deposit, because sometimes your relationship is going to need to make some withdrawals. So you got to make those deposits on a regular daily basis. So do you know your love language? Give me a big yes in the comments below. Is this making sense? Really easy way to touch on every love language. Tip number 2. I've shared this before. You may have seen it in some of the other videos that I've done, but it's so worth sharing again. This is the 10-second rule. So the rule of 10 seconds is that most of the time when our communication is ready to take a deeper dive, someone shares something, they're ready to kind of open up, we jump in with a story, which is a way of connecting, or, you know, kind of that one-upping, or we think a thought and then we share that. We're not really giving them this like extra space that they might need to, one, gauge, are we actually listening? Do we care? And then 3, formulate their thoughts and where they're ready to go next. So there's this 10-second pause that you just pause and you allow someone who's sharing something with you to collect their thoughts, to learn that you want to hear what they have to say, and then to open up deeper. But most of the time, I promise, once you employ this, this is a crazy, amazing tactic. Like, people are ready to talk, and we're not giving them the space to do it. We live in this fast-paced world where it's next, 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 and we're oftentimes ready to move our communications, even though they just stay surface. But as we all know, we've got to go deep in our communications to really connect. So this 10-second rule, sometimes you actually have to count it in your head. 1, 1,002, 1,003. Give them that 10 seconds. And I promise you, you're going to see people will open up layers upon layers. Don't interrupt. Sit and listen and just wait. They have more to tell you. And last, today, let me tell you how to access that resource that I mentioned earlier. It's going to help you drill down your communications so that you can confidently connect with others. I've created a detailed PDF on the 10-second rule and some other really great principles, even some texting samples that you can literally use instantly. So you're going to download the guide at the link below. Click on the 3 little things to make any relationship better, and I'll send you this awesome guide to keep your relationships happy and thriving. I also have a Facebook group designed to connect, inspire, uplift. It's called Everybody Better, and you'll find the link in the show notes below. If you have any questions about these principles to a happier, more connected relationship, feel free to drop me those in the comments below. Also, you'll find a link in the notes to the love languages quiz in case you're not sure of what your love language is. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button. If you saw value, share it with your friends. Bye for now.